I'm totally stoked with this result. My bread making journey has led me down this direction for now. I've been refining. I've made tons and tons of mistakes, but today I'm going to show you. Again, baking is an individual experience. I'm going to share with you today my latest revision of how to get a good loaf of einkorn bread. Thanks for watching. I believe this method is called ganji. Basically going to release some of the starches from here. So I'm just adding a little bit of hot water, some flour. So basically it's supposed to be about a 1-to-1 ratio. I don't have a scale. Yeah, obviously done by weight, not by volume. Which weighs more, a pound of feathers or a pound of bricks? To get my drift on the volume. So we're just trying to dissolve all this till we make a nice slurry. Somehow this process, I understand, releases the starch, which then bonds to the rest of the bread. I'm switching to the whisk. That makes more sense. I got myself some yeast in a jar. I'm going to go ahead and add that because this is good. It's already warm. It's not too hot. And 2 1/4 teaspoon is almost a tablespoon. I can't find my other measures. So we're adding almost a tablespoon of yeast. Go ahead and mix that in. A little bit of turbinado sugar. I'm going to put this in the refrigerator and let it chill for just a little bit. My pan's cooled down. The yeast is already working. Let's go ahead and add my other ingredients. I'm going to add an egg to this batch. Some salt. Blend it again. I'm only trying to make one loaf, one kind of small loaf actually. I'm going to add a scoop at a time. Again, just trying to incorporate it all. Add another scoop. Each scoop is about a 1/2 cup. Einkorn is very sticky. We're going to add about 1 more cup here. So altogether, that's probably about 2 cups of flour, including what I had started with. I'm going to add just a little bit of olive oil for fat, plus the egg. I'm going to let that sit about 15 minutes, 30 minutes. That's rising up nicely. Found this. I was looking for something to treat my cast iron that's a higher temperature than my olive oil or other oils I have. So, yeah, once you open it, you have to put it in the refrigerator. It gets hard as a rock. Took a spoon, spooned it out, put it inside my cast iron. Now I got to spread it around. Now this cast iron's already pre-seasoned with vegetable oils, but I'm supplementing that. And here's the lid. Same thing, I'm going to do the lid in case the loaf rises up. The surface is a little bit rough, so you want to be careful. If you go too hard, you're going to shred your paper towel. And a paper towel in your mix. Let's take a look at our dough. You can see how nicely it's rising. Just going to mix it up some. Really trying to mix as little as possible, other than making sure it's incorporated. This is high hydration. I'm going to go ahead and put it into here. Use my spoon here. So now that we got that somewhat spread out, I'm not going to play with it anymore. I'm going to leave it in the cast iron pan. This has a vent hole. I'm going to just line those up for now. We're going to set it aside and let it do its thing. We'll check back in a little bit. We're about 1 hour into the proofing process. Look at that. Look at that sink just for me shaking it. Cool. We start off about 1 inch high. We're still about 2 inches high. We just lost about an inch from the deflation. I'm gonna let that set another hour. All right, real quick. It's been 2 hours of proofing. Open the lid. That's like triple in size. So it's gonna be really airy. I don't want it to fall. We got the oven at 500. We're gonna put it in the oven. Cast iron is essentially room temperature. And Siri, set timer for 40 minutes. Change the temperature to 375 for the rest of the bake. Yes. Let's cut this open, see what we got. That, look at that. Nice and airy. I'm gonna stop right there. Oh, no. Let's take another one. Oh my. Okay, look at that. That's the best einkorn loaf I've had yet. That's the bottom. You can see all the crust. The top. And it's like a sponge. That's from that starch method, that Ganji Taejong. I know I'm not saying it right. That works for me. Alright. My Einkorn Flour journey continues. I'm totally stoked with this result. I'll keep you updated as I test new recipes. Thanks for watching. Peace out.